No, we got 30 years.
Hey there, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well tonight. I'm gonna just give it a couple more minutes to see who else we can have that will jump on the line here.
It's Mike.
Who do we have watching so far?
Me.
You, and who's you?
This. Can you hear me, John? This is Barbara. Barbara Speak.
Hey Barbara, how are you doing? I can hear you actually. Yeah, I'll probably mute you in a little bit. I don't know how many. I didn't get this invite out to a little bit later, so I sent it. So we'll see how many people get on. But I can talk to you for a few minutes. Just how are things going for you?
Good. It's summer and on the lake in my new home.
Nice. Well, that's good. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. So, hey there, Sally. How are you doing? Good. Well, I might have you muted, Sally. I'm not sure, but I hope you are doing well. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started here in a second. But Barbara, just to let you know, we are doing. I don't know how far away you are from Atlanta because I know you're maybe. Are you an hour away?
Mm-hmm.
Are you about an hour away? We're doing next Monday a salon professionals education event. So that is going to be where we will invite other stylists, and
Yes.
Dr. Griffin's going to be coming to that. And then, for those of you in other marketplaces, I think that is a great idea to do that if you're in another city, to be able to invite stylists to something on a monthly basis. It's just a way that we can expose them. And
Right. What time, John, so I can try to put that on my radar, make that happen.
Yeah, we do it at 1 p.m. and it's right in Midtown at a salon called Tech Square Salon.
Tech Square?
Yeah, I'll be posting. You're on our team page, right? The group page?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be posting. I'll probably do that post tonight with the actual address and stuff. If not, I'll post it in the morning.
Awesome.
My dog's trying to come in here right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a visual on you. I'm actually here on a houseboat doing a haircut.
I love it. That's good. That's true multitasking.
Life is good today.
Grow your business. Well, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to get through real quick, going through, what we want to talk about with onboarding. I always tell people if they do have an opportunity, I always like to cheers you guys, especially if you're new. I always like to sit down when I'm doing these onboardings with a cold beverage, of your choice, and really celebrate you guys for, choosing to get into this business. And for some of us, maybe we've just getting started. We have other people that maybe they've been at it for a while and they're not quite where they'd like to be, or maybe they're looking to, what I would say, relaunch their business. The cool thing about this industry of network marketing, it's very forgiving, meaning you could have joined 2 years ago, but as long as you kept your market partner status active, there's at any time you can get back into it. And I will tell you, this month, I'm very excited about, because we typically offer to any new person a period called Smart Start, which is an ability to make quicker money and more money fast. That's only offered when you first start in the company. Well, they've now, because June and July in this industry, typically a little bit slower because people travel, all that stuff, they don't want it slowing down. So they're giving everybody, including myself, and both, anybody that's even been doing this for a year, the ability to make bonus money and build what we call blocks. And I'll talk about that in a little bit, but it's fantastic. So even if you haven't done much with your business to this point, it's still a great, great time to get VIPs, to get a new market partner or two, and make some good bonus money in the summer months to pay for some things. So I'm excited about that. And that's why I wanted to welcome you guys to, tell you congratulations. You are part of, if you're on this call, you're part of Team Empire, whoever brought you in. Thank them for the opportunity as well. Maybe you have somebody that brought you in that they're not really doing the business too much. That's okay. You've got, really you're a little entrepreneur with this, but you always have the ability to tap in to our team page to go a little further up your line. So, some people stay with this longer than others. I know I want to go to the very, very tippy top with this business. And I want to take whoever wants to either go all the way with me or whatever distance they want to go. They might not even know right now, because they're just getting started, so I say, have fun with it, do the things we're going to talk about in this onboarding. You will grow your business. So even if you haven't done much in your business, this is always good to do this refresher, or this may be the first time you're seeing some of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys in just a second, and I'll give you a chance to see where I'm going to be pulling some of these files from. They're all on our Team Empire Facebook page to make it easy for you guys to have one place. However, a lot of what you have is available in your back office, which is on the Monat website, which makes it really easy too. I think it's important to think about why you started this to begin with, and they always say it's really important. Your why should make you cry. I know for me, I had really wanted to be able to create true time freedom. And I knew that even if it took me 5 years to do that with something like this, it was possible with something like this, whereas it's not possible in the corporate world, or even when I owned my own business, it wasn't possible because I was always tied to that, and for the money, I knew that would come. For me, it was the time freedom more than the financial freedom, because I know that if I can have all the money in the world that I want, but if I don't have time to enjoy that money and I'm not creating that time with, with what I'm doing, it doesn't matter. So that was my why. Plus having, the ability to have other income streams and to start helping other people build, their dreams more. I think as adults, we're snatched from that desire or that ability to dream as much. Kids use their imaginations great, and they really think they can do this and be an astronaut and this. And then as we get to be adults, that all, for some reason, unfortunately changes, and it doesn't have to. So I think with an opportunity like this, it can, if you allow it to and you choose, it can create a lot more for yourself, your family, for anybody. And you can, help more of those dreams come true. I know for myself, traveling is a big dream of mine. And just in the last year, with being with Monat, I would say I've traveled more than I have in 5 years. I've seen my parents more on the weekends than I have in probably 10 years. So think about some of the things that are important to you right now, and think about how, this opportunity, maybe it's be able to have some extra income with it, how maybe $500 could allow you to do a little bit more than you're doing today. And right now with Smart Start, that's why I keep talking about this, you can be making literally up to $2,000 in a month or so in the next June and July here. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And so will go down in the bottom corner in a little small pack. And then I'm going to just go to our Facebook page here. And this is our Team Empire. And you'll see, we update things. Sorry, I've got 8 million comments over here that I need to get rid of, but I don't know how to. I got to turn off notifications on here. So this is our Team Empire page that, bear with me, I just went to somebody else. By the way, this is a really good product I've been looking at now that I'm distracted for a second. It's a human growth hormone, the first FDA approved gel. So it is remarkable, and I am actually going to be using it as well as getting it for people. I've been so impressed with the testimonials on it. I mean, it's remarkable. Let me just close out of all this that I don't know why all this opened. So this is our Team Empire page, you guys. And this is what it looks like. Right now we're doing the summer block parties. And I think it's kind of neat that all that stuff just popped up on my screen, because I think it shows you that you can do a lot of your business online. So if you looked at where I was having to close out a bunch of screens, those were instant messages, Facebook messages, leads. I had a girl from high school who saw a post that I did last week at a wine and wash, reached out to me to help her with what products she needed to order. So, I really encourage you guys to utilize your social media if you are active, even just in the smallest bit. Heck, you can copy my posts. You can go and find people that you like and copy their posts. But this is our Team Empire page. I highly recommend that you guys, visit this if you can once a day to see. I don't try not to post too crazy on this, because I know you can always turn notifications off. You may be in some other, Monat group. So just remember, you can always turn notifications off. Right here on this, it says announcements. This is when you bring somebody new onto your team. This is what you want to do. You want to add them here with a comment. So it would be, okay, Barb, maybe it's Barbara is joining the team. And so I would say, oh, Barbara, welcome. Here's where to start, blah, blah, blah. And this is a great first post, you guys, to share with people and show them some different videos that they can look at. Also on here is an onboarding video. This is Julie. This is who got me in the business. You guys, she makes over 7 figures now with Monat in 3 years. So I definitely watch her and see what she's done to grow her business and really just follow the system, because this isn't anything other than, having a system that works, and it already works well. So just doing the do. That's what I always say. So on here, there's some different videos that you can watch. I highly, highly recommend before anybody posts anything on Facebook that they look at doing this Facebook training video here. This is Melissa Swaney. She's an executive director with Monat. You guys, she sells over, I think, $1 million a month in product. And this has all been done mostly from social media. So I don't think that building an entire business out the gate from social media is a good idea, because it takes so long, because I think you should be seeing people and all that kind of stuff. But supplement it and get it going, because it can really create some great things for you. I'm just going to go to files here. These are some of the different files that we have that we've uploaded, like the Meet Monat presentation right now, like your June incentive tracker, the June cheat sheet, a lot of different things. I'll go through some of those, but what I'm going to scroll down here is our onboarding checklist. Okay. And so as you're looking at this for the first time, what I encourage you to do when you bring a new market partner on, this is how you want to onboard them. I do the same thing every time, where you want to go through a checklist. Okay. And so as a new market partner, your most important thing is the first thing on here. Step 1, schedule your launch. Okay. And for those of you that are on this, if you've been at this for a while and you haven't had a launch, you can always have a launch. I'm doing one again next Thursday for myself. So you can always launch, invite some people over, and it does not have to be, a big event or anything. We're not a party planning company. It's a matter of just getting a few people together, sharing the Meet Monat information with them, which is, also attached as a file. I recommend that you listen to a few of the presentations, and we do the same thing over and over again. That's all we do, is share the opportunity or the products with people. And then really have to make sure you go through your contacts before you have your launch. Come up with a list. If you can come up with more than 20 to 40 names to invite, that's even better. If you can do 100, that's even better. You just go crazy with how many people. And you know what? It could be somebody you met at Starbucks. It could be somebody you went to high school with. It could be somebody that you see all the time. So, just keep coming up with names, because the people that keep an active contact list are the ones that truly, truly succeed, that I see with the business like this. Because you guys, at the end of the day, this is really a numbers thing. And it's really the more, opportunities that you present this to, the more people you're going to find that this appeals to. And you may have to go through a lot to get the few diamonds that really are going to push you to the top. Because if you get a few great people on your team, and it takes a lot to find those few really, really great dedicated ones, you never know who that's going to be. So I encourage you to talk to everybody. This is the best thing to do, is go through your contacts. Then to get them started with this digital printed Jumpstart workbook. So if you've just signed up, and I'm speaking, in a way that is addressing people that are just signed up, as well as people that have been doing this a while, there is a Jumpstart workbook. Okay. It's in the back office, but it's also on this file here. And this is what it looks like, okay? For the North American market, it goes through your why, what we just talked about. So I encourage you, if you haven't filled this out, even if you've been doing this a while, take a few minutes, print this out, sit down, think about your life, think about what you want, think about why you even decided to join this opportunity, and what do you want from it, and what you would write down today, I'm guarantee you will probably be different 2 years from now, a year from now. But get started, give yourself an opportunity to dream a little, and give yourself an opportunity to write yourself a check. And when you write that check, this is going to be what you want to focus on with building blocks and just getting started. So I always encourage you to at least go through the first 3 or 4 pages. If you can go through further, great. But this is going to help you create your contact list of who things like, hey, somebody has regular appointments with the hairstylist, oh, who's my personal source for wisdom and inspiration? Think about people you want, to have on your team, and focus on some of them first. So that onboarding workbook is a great thing to go through. And then in addition to, you can look in your Market Partner Academy in the back office. And this is what the Market Partner Academy, when you guys get on your website for the first time, of course, when you set up your website, you had a username and login. You're going to see back here all your tabs. This is your business tab and things, but back here is your training. And you literally click on training, click on Market Partner, Market Partner Academy, and this goes to your training videos. I did these, you guys, I've done these a few times. I did them again to see what updates were there, and it was really fun. I did it on a Sunday. It took me about an hour and a half. You can do it in blocks of time, but it goes through, not only how to build your business and think about how to, find people to talk to, but also it has a whole section on product knowledge too. So I always encourage people to do some of the video training as well. And that is going to be really helpful when you're first getting started. Now, the next thing that you want to do is, look at, I don't recommend you sign up with too many Facebook groups, but I definitely recommend you at least get on our group. The Team Empire group, I think, is great. I do think it would be really good to at least sign up for the group that's the Meatman group. I think that's a really good when you're first starting. You have to look at other people talking about Monat, and you get to see the same thing over and over again, but you get to hear different stories from different perspectives. You may go tomorrow and talk to a teacher, and you can go into this group here, and these are people's stories. This is Sarah. She's a top earner in the company, and she's a stylist of I don't know how many years, and her whole life has changed with this. So she talks about her experience and then does the Meatman, which is our same over and over way to tell somebody about the products and the opportunity. But if you look over here to the left, you guys, anytime you're in a group, you can search. So if you wanted to see, maybe somebody has teacher in their name. Who's a teacher? Oh, here's a retired teacher. Maybe you're talking to a teacher tomorrow that ends up, wanting to get into this. This is a great time of year, you guys. It's summertime. So this is a great time of year to be talking to teachers. I just talked to a teacher. She's already on our team. But we talked yesterday. She's in Nashville. And you know what she said to me? She goes, I really want to replace my income. So we've mapped out a strategy to get her to replace her income, hopefully by the end of the year. And she could move away from teaching and do this more full time. And if that's really something that you desire, because this is going to create more time freedom, financial freedom, whatever you want out of it, then let me know, because I would want nothing more than to have more and more full-time people on our awesome Team Empire here. So this is a really great one to go to. I really like also the Testimonials group. So this is Monat Hair Testimonies. You guys, when you're meeting people, I always ask them if they're on social media and if I could invite them, just to look at some of the different testimonials. And you can add them by just clicking on members. And typically you can just add somebody over here on the right, and you can put like, oh, Sheila. Okay, I'm going to add Sheila, and then they will then be in there. You can either tag, she's already a member, of course, but you can either tag them in a post. So I can go to discussion and find some of the most recent posts, and I can look at this like, wow, look at her hair. It looks really healthy. Or maybe this one's good for somebody that I know that had alopecia. And so I could go and just tag them and be like, I always put the @ symbol just to make it quicker. And I could go, okay, Sheila, take a look at this. So that's a good thing that you guys can do when you're first meeting people. This is how I prospect. This is how I meet people. I let these testimonials do the selling. I talk a lot anyway, but I try not to talk too much. I really just say, let me have you take a look at this. You tell me what you think. And people are so blown away. So those are two groups that I think are really, really good to be a part of, especially when you're first getting started with those Meet Monday nights. Now, if you do have VIP customers that you brought in, which you will start doing that, I don't have a specific VIP group, but Julie Beatty Smith does. And she's got a group called Discover the Monat Hair Revolution. You can actually add your customers, VIP customers, to this. So they're going to get, all this great stuff that Julie keeps up with, on styling products, on specials, on what to expect with Monat. So that's a good group just to take a look at. Now, the other thing you want to let people know and what you need to know as a market partner. When you first start, you get a free website for 30 days. It's free all the time. But you want to make sure you tell people over here on the right, they go to their account and they can change it under subscription. And if you're just starting with us, you may want to do this. I, of course, pay the $19.95, but if you don't want to, which I don't think you need to the first 6 months or more until you start building your business, select Lite, because you're going to get charged your second month on your credit card if you don't do that, because it's automatically already on the Pro the first 30 days, okay? And then the other thing is to make sure you show people, and I'm showing you, how to set up your Mo Money. So down here on the left, you go to Mo Money. If you don't have your card yet and you're just getting started with us, you'll go down here and you'll activate and you'll get your Mo Money card. I'm trying to see if I had one, but it's an awesome purple commission card. So it's literally money on that card that you can use. I bought a TV with it. I went to Brazil on it last year. I mean, all kinds of crazy things that you can have with the commissions that you're going to make with Monat. So that's how you get started with that. And then also, you know, I like to show people how to just look at their numbers and in the back office, you know, and that's just up here under, you know, home, you know, without getting into too much. I tell people don't spend too much time on this. You know, you want to be focused on getting out and talking to people, but just right here, we'll show you when you're first starting, you know, it'll show you a little graph. It's awesome. It shows you, oh, I'm a market partner. Okay, to go to the next level, I'm a managing market partner. And as you hit that level, it hits, of course, you know, I've got a bunch of lines, so it tells you 100% or I'm at 50%. I got to have, it says down here, I need, so when you first start, you know, you just want to focus on hitting this. I need 2 active lines, which is 2 people that each have at least 200 going through their line. It's called a line because they can have people below them in a line. And you need to hit 1,200 in group volume. Group volume is all the volume below you, including your own personal volume. Personal volume, or PV, is what is your own orders. So if you had to order shampoo, your retail customers and your VIP customers, you need a 300 in personal volume to go up to managing market partner. And then literally, if you want to know, look ahead, I want to look ahead. What am I going to do? Okay, associate market builder. Simple. I got to add 1 more line. Now I need 3 lines. Oh, now I need 400 in personal volume. Oh, now my whole group. And keep in mind, it's not just about you. It's about helping to grow your team and growing your group, because those group volume numbers are your entire downline as well as your numbers itself. So, I mean, the only other thing I would say you may want to look at is, of course, you know, you can look under here. There's resource library with marketing stuff and the commission report and the comp plan. So you can look through that. I won't spend too much time on that. And then there's a report back here that has either a graphic or tree view. Of course, mine's a little crazy because there's a lot of people under me, but when you're first getting started, it's just going to have 1 green dot and maybe 2 under it. And so that's another way you can look at people under you with that. They have added, I just want to point this out, the hair quiz, you guys. This is awesome. You can send this link to people. You can totally add this to your social media. Say, hey, you know, curious to know about, you know, healthier hair. Take this hair quiz. And let's talk about the world's first anti-aging line. See if it's a good fit for you. So this is a way that you can take somebody. They can do it themselves. It's probably about 5 minutes. I did it. It's awesome. Spits out an answer. It'll email it to you. And that's a really good thing to use with people when you're first helping them identify what products are the best. And they get excited because it really shows them and outlines them, you know, what would work for them. You know, for your personal orders, if you do start placing a decent amount of personal orders, you can set up what's called a flex ship. I do recommend that everybody goes through and does this step of enrolling a VIP. And because this is what you're going to want to do with people, I right now do this myself, meaning if somebody's interested in maybe VIP, I get the information I need from them and I place their first order, mainly because I want to make sure I get that order. I don't lose it. I want to make sure they don't get frustrated with the website. This is can be a little confusing when they're first ordering, because not only do they have to place, a first order, but they also have to place, as you see over here, they have to add an only for you item. This month, you guys, the only for you item is one of these choices, which is cool. So let's say they get the blowout cream, which is awesome. But then they also have to set up a flex ship, okay? So when they go to continue, this sets up their next order. That's what the VIP program is. So I recommend that you just go through the steps of how to become a VIP so you see exactly what your VIP does. Now, if you want to get your product shipped to your house, if you know you're going to order every month and you're going to order at least $84 worth, then you can set up your own flex ship and get free shipping. And you get the only for you product. So I recommend that if you do want to get that only for you product for free every time, and it doesn't have to be every month. You can do it every 6 weeks, 8 weeks. That's why it's called a flex ship. So this shows you right here on the top left, select your next flex ship date. So they would go out, they could push it out to at least 8 weeks. So I can go all the way to the 25th of July if I wanted to, and then I'm going to order, I have to be at least $84. So let's say I get an oil. And then I'll get to pick a promo order again, so this time maybe I want the frizz. So that's why I like to do this. By the way, when I say a promo item, this month is really cool. When a VIP signs you guys, they get a 60 to 70% off an additional item. So if you look at this normal, this where it says add promo item, normally the oil, you guys, is crazy, is $100. It's only $50 on the VIP. So you could add that this month only, so they can really save on some additional products. And you can get as many of these products, I think, as you want, like Revive shampoo for only $18 instead of $30. And then they get to also pick the only for you. So really, really great program. Understand the VIP program because one, you're going to build blocks with it. Two, you're going to be able to quickly grow your volume, and you want to be able to help get these orders placed for people. I recommend the first one, and then you could send them over. They gotta create a little username and password. I just use their first and last name for the username and password. So I hope that makes sense on the VIP program. When you do order as a market partner, when you first start, every month that you keep at least 200 in your personal volume, you're going to get a free product. So that's the incentive that the company gives you. So when you're first starting, you get, right now, I'm not sure. I think it's a Revive shampoo. I think it's maybe Rejuvabeads now. They change it up, and an oil. And that's like $100 value right there. So just by staying active with your 200 in personal volume, you get that. You also want to educate your VIPs on how they can, I would tell people, hey, you can spend money, save money, or make money with Monat. You spend money by retail off my site. You could save money by the VIP program, and then you can make money by being a market partner. But as a VIP, what's really cool, you can tell people, I'd say, well, hey, 15% off is what you get on the VIP program. But you know what? It's even better. You can get 100% off. And all you have to do is refer 3 friends that want to be VIPs in the same month. So let's say in June, you've got 3 friends. So think about that, you guys, as you're starting. You could have a little VIP party. You could get a group, a friend together and say, why don't you invite a few friends over? I'll come and do a little healthy, hair class for them and teach them about some of these anti-aging products. And you'll probably end up getting free product out of this. I'll also give, maybe you offer them a free shampoo for hosting the little get together. So VIPs are really, really valuable to the business. You guys, I didn't probably focus as much on that because I had more people that I was bringing in to do the business, but I've totally changed my tune. I've watched so many people on our team build their entire organization with sampling and bringing on VIPs. So it's a very powerful way because I think it's about 20 to 30% of our VIPs decide to be market partners. So that's really, really a high conversion because they're so happy with the products. The other thing is looking at the advancement sheets. And what I mean by that is some people are more visual, and you can show them. I've uploaded them here, but they're also in your back office. Like I showed you that thing on the back office, how to go to the next level. But there's also just a printed sheet that somebody could print out. And this shows the managing market partner. They could print it out. I always recommend doing this when people are getting started. Sit down with your market partner. If you're just starting as a market partner, I recommend printing this one out because this is the next level you want to get to. Shows you that, hey, you need 2 lines, so I'm going to put 2 people's names down here, and it shows down here what the requirements are to hit that level, the personal volume and group volume, and it shows you even what your bonus is, So this goes all the way through the different ranks, all the way up to, here's managing market builder where you get a $500 bonus, and all you're doing is adding another line. And the most lines that we have in Monat to get to the very top where people are making 6 figures a month is 8 lines. So, start with 2, go from there. Add another one, now you're at 3. So that's really how you grow the business. So those sheets are back there for you as well. And then, I think it's really important that you guys understand how to do sampling. We've really put a lot of focus this month on the select sampling pack. And so I'd recommend, if you've got your market partner kit, look to see what samples are in there. But in the back office, you can go and find under shop. This is what I did last night. I ordered more samples. It says samples and marketing materials. So I went on here and I scrolled down and I ordered 2 of these 20 packs. I invested $100 in my business to probably make about $2,000 this month from this. This gives you 40. We're doing a 40 head challenge to wash 40 heads of hair or sample out 40 heads. I've probably mailed out about 6 of them this week, and probably I think 2 of them I've already bought. So this is how you do it. Get this. Has a great little card in there. It has the key products that we are now putting in as our select sampling. People get a wow factor with this. So that's a really, really good thing to do with your sampling. And then we even have sign up forms. So somebody, like, I know we had a stylist, Barbara, who's been on this. Hang on, let me just make sure I don't cut you off. I got like a few more minutes, but we're going to wrap up here soon. I like to also have printed sheets because some people like to, the computer takes a while to sign somebody up. So if you're in the chair and you're a stylist, don't let that be an objection with using your laptop. Don't worry about it. Just print this order form out on the back here, right here, market partner order form. And then there's also I think there's a VIP order form. Here's one that you can print out that's either or. And so when somebody is in your chair, they can just fill out one of these forms here that has, hang on, this is going to probably open up in a hot second. Let me see. But anyway, these are the forms back here that I recommend using. This is what it looks like. It's real simple. Print it out. This is for a new market partner. Has everything you need. And then put the order in later. Don't let the fact that you've got back-to-back clients, if you're a stylist or if you're busy, or if somebody doesn't want to sit there and go through the laptop at a coffee shop, people quickly can fill out a form, put in later. That's what I do all the time. So I think that's a really, really easy way, and it reduces that objection of, oh my gosh, it's taking me a while on the laptop or whatever. So the other thing that I love to utilize, but not too much of this, you guys, because I want you focusing on getting out there, talking to people, presenting the opportunity, is some resources. I really like this trainer, Tanya Liza. You can find her on YouTube. I even have a YouTube channel with some videos, you guys, that you guys can access. It has a Meatman. It has an onboarding call like we just are doing right now. It talks about how to talk to medical practices, because I work with a lot of medical practices since I had one myself. And, on here are different videos, stylists talking, hair rejuvenation. So you can use these videos, but also you can go onto YouTube and just search for certain people. Like I just mentioned, Tanya Liza. I recommend going to her, following her. I like her, you may not, so you can, find somebody you like, but don't follow too many people, because you can spend all day listening to videos and not growing your business. What's going to grow your business is doing income producing activities. And, I'll review those before we finish here in a second, but here's just a couple people that I do like to follow. Eric Worre's another one. And then Devern Augustus, he's a stylist. He's with Monat. He's awesome. He's been written books on the ingredients, so he's got his training on here as well. Talks about how to talk to stylists. He's got all different videos on here. So he's a good one, how focusing on blah, blah, blah. He also talks about personal growth and development, which, you guys, that's huge in this business, focusing on growing yourself personally. And then there's some links. Some of these are already on our team page, but you can even click these links. This is Julie Stevens. Here's a great 2-minute quick Monat culture video that I love to send to people. It's quick. They're busy. They don't want to read a whole lot or listen to a whole lot. This is 2 minutes, just quick on the company, and so it doesn't get into too much, but it really could get somebody realizing, hey, this company is really cool. So that's a cool thing back here with some of those different, hang on, let me go back to this real quick. I think that's mainly about it with this checklist. There's a few more links. I like to, how to talk to stylists from Devern. I found some of these. I really like these. But, when you're first starting, I recommend, educating yourself. You know, this is a new business. It takes time to grow. So it's going to take you some time, but that's what's good with having an upline and having people that, you know, can really get you going. Make sure if somebody brought you in to this business that you get them to get launched with you, because if you haven't had your launch yet, I can only tell you, you probably are not hitting the type of results that you would really want in this business. And I don't know what that is, if that's, you know, truly a big income goal, or if it's truly something that you want some time freedom on, you know, but I will tell you that is so important to getting things going. And I know I feel like a broken record when I say that. But, you know, you think about when you open any type of business, if you're a stylist, if you work at a company, you know, and you were there when it opened, or you've been part of a business that had an anniversary, you know, there's always some type of celebration. I mean, and that's why I started this meeting, and I'll end this meeting with telling you guys, congratulations, I'm celebrating you tonight, because I'll have a sip too. Because you've taken a step, you know, to create something more for yourself. Tell people a lot of times when I'm talking to them, think about a couple of dreams, and you guys do this tonight, you know, think about a couple of dreams, and maybe you haven't, you know, thought that way, like, oh, vacation you really were watching on TV, and you're like, that's out of my range right now. You know, think about some of that stuff. And I always tell, if your dreams are bigger than your bank account, then why not go for it with this? Because this can really create some quick income if you wanted to. And so think about some of those dreams and look at that bank account. And if you're like, well, hey, that bank account does not have enough to cover that dream, then start making a plan. You know, sit down. If you only have I started 5 hours a week, you guys, with this business, okay? 5 to 10 hours a week. But I knew those 5 to 10 hours a week, I was going to clock in just like I clocked into my other businesses. And I was going to make sure that I would make the best of those by doing what we call income producing activities. These are taped up that I look at every day, because I'll sit here, did it today, realized I went down a rabbit hole looking at some post, and next thing you know, I'm looking at something about Canada. Next time, I mean, it was just like, really? And so I'm like, no. Go back to your income producing activities, which is have a launch, invite guests to a Meet Monat, invite guests to a Meet Monat near them if they're out of state, sample new people. I've been sampling like crazy. Ask people to take a look at the business. Right before I came here, I was almost late. I was on my roof talking to a guy and his partner about the opportunity. He used to do real estate, and he's been watching my post and is really interested. So he's going to sign up. So I was asking him to take a look at the business, you know, add new friends on social media, you know, probably talk to a few new people today. One post a day on Facebook, you know. I mean, if you can do more, great, but be thoughtful in your post. You know, don't go on there and be like, here's my sale on shampoo. Use it wisely, okay? Because you do not want to end up in the no friend zone and people not tune into you with, you know, your post. So create curiosity posts. You know, people don't go to Facebook. Think about it. How often do you go to Facebook to buy from your friends on Facebook? You don't. You know, people go there to see what's going on in their life, to talk about things. You know, follow up with people you've sampled. You guys, that is the key. Fortune's in the follow-up. So if you've sampled somebody you haven't followed up, like right now when I was upstairs with that guy, I said, look, I always want to make sure I have a follow-up appointment with somebody. When can we get back together? Do you think you'd be able to talk, you know, in the next couple of days? He said, how about Friday morning? I said, okay, how's 10 o'clock? So when you talk to somebody, if you've given them samples, always ask for a follow-up. Say, I want to follow up with you. When's the next time you're going to wash your hair? I'm going to wash my hair Thursday. Okay, why don't we talk on, you know, Friday? How's 10? You know, so make sure you do that follow-up. Sometimes they might have to postpone whatever, but make sure you always do that, because that's what's going to help. If not, sometimes stuff just goes into the ether, and then life happens, and now you realize you handed those samples that you just paid $2.50 and another $2 to ship it, and you know you haven't gotten any result from. You know, if you can, try to make 1 or 2 contacts new a day. You know, and then yeah, follow-ups on here 3 times. So I think that's where the fortune is, that they always say, is in the follow-up. You know, sometimes it might take 5, 6, 8 times, 12 times before somebody really moves forward. So all I can say is just keep at it. You know, if you feel like you've talked to somebody, you know, a few times and then they just disappeared, you know, here's an idea. You can send some, hey, I'm so sorry I hadn't had a chance to follow up with you. Just been, you know, growing the Monat business, or I've been out of town. You know, act like you didn't follow up with them as a chance to get back in with them. You guys, I was going to, for just a few minutes, take you off mute, I hope, and see if anybody has any questions. I think some people, like maybe Sally, and there may be a couple that have muted themselves, but do you guys have any questions for me before we wrap up tonight?
Hey, tell everybody come on up.
No? Okay. So keep in mind, we're going to do these twice a month. I'm also going to do Meet Monats twice a month. So you guys, you can invite people to watch a virtual Meet Monat from anywhere in the UK, North America, and I will, that calendar, it's going to be, I'll get that out again. I think the next one may be next week. I'll check. So make sure you're, you know, sending that out to people. And then the onboarding video is on my YouTube channel, and it's recorded. So if you want to go back, because I know that was a lot of information at once, and watch this again, you can. Okay, but all those tools are available. They're on your either back office or on the Team Empire under files. Okay, I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you got some value from this, and this is going to help you move one step